Looks like everyone is tired.
Nic nevidím. Zatím.
Hold it, Clank. Let me see your permit, and be quick about it. What's the matter, eh? I'm holding you up from some important, This is a BH-847.
Is that what it is? Sounds impressive.
Are you going to be a problem? Eyes to yourself. You are cleared through this checkpoint. Go about your business.
All right, Miller, I'm at the Metro.
Perfect timing. Chang says your private chariot will arrive any time you call up Rizika Station on the map.
Chang, you had him hack into Prague's public transit company so I can get to Rizika?
Plan A wasn't working.
Jensen, what's wrong? What are you doing here?
Miller sent me to find you. Thought you might have run into trouble.
He said that? Did he use those exact words? Because it's not my fault!
What happened, Smiley?
One minute I'm in there running the show, and the next they accuse me of trying to tamper with evidence. Me! Can you believe that? I would never do that, Adam. Never!
It's our crime scene.
Exactly. But try telling them that. The minute they went for their guns, I decided it was time to shut up and get out of there. They accuse me of tampering with evidence. They're probably destroying all the evidence there is right now. You know, at first I thought this was about Sonia.
Sonia? Sonia who?
Oh, just some girl I've been teaching English to. Turns out her husband is a little territorial. You know the type.
Smiley.
Right. Back to the case. The thing is, I think I found something in there. Something big. Something that could just blow this case wide open. I just need to get a look at the scan of the blast area, so... Actually, it's a good thing that you're here. I don't suppose you could... Jensen your way in there and grab it for me?
So what am I looking at in there?
It's a blast site. There's debris everywhere, and plenty of cops, too. Once you get past the turnstiles and security offices, you should have a clean path to the tourist office where they have the scan, if they don't see you.
How many cops are inside?
I don't know! Several! They all had guns, so I didn't stop and count them all. There's at least one guy in an exosuit, and my guess is they'll shoot first and bury the bodies later.
What do you think is on this scan?
It's evidence, Jensen. A 3D mass spectrometer scan of the explosion site.
And?
And if I had one more minute in there, I'd have it with me right now, and I could find out. But the fact that they don't want me to see it makes me want to see it even more. I'm sure it's important.
We need that evidence.
Yes, exactly. That's the spirit. We need it. But you won't be able to just walk in there and ask them for it, since you're Interpol and, you know, augmented. After yesterday's attack, they're not exactly fans of the,
So where do I find it?
The forensic team set up camp inside the tourist agency, or what used to be the tourist agency. Get to their setup, grab the DSD with the scan on it, and get out. Easy peasy.
This could take a while, Smiley.
Got it. I'll get out of your way, head back to HQ. Good luck, and, let's not tell Miller about this one, okay?
Right.
We might as well head back. There's no getting through that.
This area is restricted to civilians.
I'm with Task Force 29. Thought maybe I could take a look around.
You thought wrong. This is a local investigation. You task force guys can go swing your dick someplace else.
It's fine, forget it.
Done. Bye. Get back. No hands are allowed.
I thought it'd still be in the hospital.
Check yourself out this morning. He had no real injuries, so there is nothing they could do.
I cannot imagine how that is.
Feel free to damn determined to find the honest body.
Access granted.
Central probably thinks someone might come try to scrub the evidence.
Warnick is riding a rig. What do we...
I'm giving up.
Yeah. Checking in. Clear.
Cannot believe these orcs.
Fucking tragedy.
The lab coats better find something we can use.
How could we let this happen?
Hey, you see it?
Trace program initiated. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
We might as well head back. There's no getting through that way. Police have the whole locked down.
Access granted.
We might as well head back. There's no getting through that way. Police have the hall locked down.
program initiated. Access granted.
I think we're probably think someone might come try to scrub the evidence.
Hornet is riding a rig. What do we need with that kind of firepower? Is an army of ARC fanatics coming to scrub evidence? Everyone already knows they're responsible. But something else is going on.
Just keep it down. You don't question SIS, or maybe then you disappear. They do what they want. You just have to keep this place closed.
Fucking secret squirrels. At least they were good for a laugh. You see that task force lab coat run out of here with his tail tucked? He probably left a trail of urine behind him.
You've got problems, Franca. Get back on patrol.
Fucking tragedy.
Cannot believe these orcs.
How could we let this happen?
No, they've already done the preliminary structural analysis. We're fine here. No worries about that. Anything else? Okay, good. Back to your boat. Everyone on sharp lookout and stay out of the way.
Fucking guarding a prolonged train station. Be in the red light. I'm the merchandise.
What was that, Kopecki?
Nothing, sir. Just commenting on the clank bastards that did this.
That's what I thought. Now go. Keep watch for any clanks that decide to come back and see their hand in.
Určitě v tom má prsty ten sráč Raker.
I'm here. You'll be fine.
Tolik mrtvej.
Hope we find something.
But nothing that I think could make this case.
Ovno?
So,
Počkáme si!
podezřelej
Smiley, I've got the scan.
Yeah? Fantastic! Bring it back to my office and we'll see if I'm right.
Copy that.
Over there.
You go first.
Zasranej auk ve vagónu pro naturály. Chcete snad vyvolat paniku? Ukažte mi papíry. Dělejte, nebo vás seberu.
I don't have time to waste with this. Make it fast.
Vemte si je a vypadněte. Až příště pojedete metrem, použijte vagón pro augy. Máme svých problémů dost i bez takových potížistů, jako jste vy.
What the hell did you do, Jensen? State police are saying another augmented terrorist just hit them at the train station.
They were interfering with evidence collection.
Fucking hell. Now I'm ordering you to see our psychologist. Ozen's in the office waiting for you.
Copy that. I have to meet Smiley there anyway.
Do it fast, because Cheng found us a new lead in the case. In telecam footage fingering Ark. It's gonna put you inside Gollum City.
Adam, I finally decrypted the audio off the Whisper chip tap. Fucking cold, man. You gotta hear it.
I have my hands full right now. Tell me where you are and I'll come when I can.
There's an old... limb clinic in the Daphne district. It's closed down. Nobody goes there anymore. I'll be inside.
I got a whole lot of nothing. Every time I send
Anomaly detected.
turns out the buildings are
Trace
abandoned,
program
burned
initiated.
out, bombed into rubble.
Access denied.
Adam, I'm Delaro Zen. I appreciate you coming in to speak with me, and... well, I know you're probably getting this from everyone today, but I need to ask. Are you okay? I've seen footage from the train station, but being there must have...
Is that what this is about?
No, that was sympathy. This is a standard agent health interview to determine combat readiness. Here, I got you this from the dispensary.
You got me neuropazine? Look, Doc, I was caught off guard by a terrorist attack. Might have knocked some things out of whack, but it doesn't mean my body's gonna start rejecting my augments.
True, but traumatic experiences can kick a hornet's nest into the immune system. In patients with neuroprosthetics...
Would you believe me if I told you my body doesn't reject mechanical implants?
No. But my policy is for straight talk only in the room, so if you want me to believe that you're some kind of medical miracle, I guess I'll have to go with it. Please, have a seat. I've been looking over your file. There's some very interesting history here. Mind if we take a trip down memory lane?
Is this gonna take long?
It says here that you were with Detroit SWAT, but left in 26 to head up Seraph Industries' security division. David Seraph was at the center of America's augmentation debate.
Are you asking me or telling me?
Which would you prefer? Not everyone's as familiar with U.S. history as you Americans would like to believe, you know.
Where are you from, Doc?
We're discussing your file, remember? So, it was David Seraph who had you augmented after anti-AUG extremists attacked the company?
Anti-AUG extremists? Is that what it says in my file?
Isn't that the case?
The case was never solved, and they didn't just attack the company. They murdered a lot of innocent people.
Including your ex-girlfriend, I understand.
Megan's not dead.
Is that why you joined the task force, Adam? To use Interpol resources to solve a cold case that...
What happened in Detroit is ancient history, Doc. Megan, my being augmented, all of it. What happened at Rizika Station is not. So sitting around talking about the past isn't going to get me any closer to getting the people responsible.
Actually, that leads me to my next question. So far, no one's claimed responsibility for the attack at Rizika. But with the human restoration vote coming, well, it's no secret Prague has become the symbol of legalized augmented oppression.
And the Augmented Rights Coalition is camped at its back door, trying to expose and resist it.
Most of the world thinks of them as terrorists. Augmented terrorists. If it turns out they are guilty, well, being augmented yourself...
How am I gonna feel? There are no easy answers, Doc. If the Augmented are behind this, maybe they felt it was their only recourse. Or maybe terrorism would stop if the ruling class realized how often their own actions contribute to it.
So investigating ARC, there's no value conflict for you?
Right now, I'm just a cop, and it's criminals that are responsible for this chaos, augmented or not. My job is to prevent further bloodshed.
That's good to hear. Listen, Adam, I appreciate you taking the time to talk with me.
I didn't realize I had a choice.
You didn't? Still, I thank you. I'll let the director know that I'm officially clearing you for the field.
Well, it's probably best if I get back to work, Doc. I'll see you around.
I feel terrible for it.
Hey, how's it going? Do you have the scan?
Yeah, it's right here.
You're a lifesaver, Adam. Seriously, Miller was in a foul mood when he left here. I don't need to give him another excuse to chew me out.
He left. Where'd he go?
Didn't ask, didn't think he wanted me to know. Did those state police jerks give you any grief?
It's like you said. They shot first, so I took care of it.
Oh, okay. Good. They had it coming.
So what's on the scan?
Oh, that. I have no idea.
What? You told me you found something big.
I didn't say I knew what it was, Adam. I said it was something that could blow this case wide open. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm not buying this whole ARC did it angle. I believe what the evidence tells me. This DSD has all the answers we need, from the chemical makeup of the explosive used down to the material in the victim's clothing. I'm sure of it.
Okay, so how long until we're all sure of it?
Oh, it'll take hours to sift through the data, and I'm seeing Sonia later to apologize for any issues I may have caused with the state police. Plus, I do have other cases to work on too, Adam. I'll let you know when I find something.
You do that.
Take it easy.
My God, Jensen, I heard about the explosion. We should relocate. I was thinking we could corner Director Miller together. Tell him it's not safe enough here.
We're fine, Chang.
The police station, the train station, we're next. I can feel it. I can more than feel it. I can see it happening.
No one knows where we are. There's no reason to get paranoid.
That's where you're wrong. They're trying to pull the lid off of us, Jensen, or someone is. Praha-Dovos just got hacked.
Our building's front company. Thought it was fake.
I wish it was fake. Miller's got me cleaning up IntelliCam footage from the attack to help figure out who these people are. Meanwhile, maybe they're trying to figure out who we are? Why else poke into an import company?
You think someone's figured out that the company's a front? Maybe they know what's really down here.
We have a lot of enemies. The people who bombed the train station. You don't think they'd love to know where we are? You need to help me figure out who's looking into us and make them stop.
I'm gonna need more information about this snoop of yours.
I don't know for sure that our cover's been blown, but if it has, we need to know before our enemies have a chance to do something about it.
You really think there's a risk here? Maybe someone's just poking around the fake website of a fake company.
If someone points a gun at me, I assume it's loaded. If someone hacks into the website of the company that serves as our cover, I assume they're doing it for a bad reason.
Such as?
Everything depends on who they are and what they know. But we're in the business of dealing with terrorists. If those terrorists find out where we are...
TF-29 likes its privacy.
Sure. More importantly, Chang likes being in one piece. Unlike you, I don't just brush off explosions.
You got an MO in this hacker?
At first I thought it might be the Collective.
But you're not convinced?
Not Janus's style to leave crumbs this big. But whoever it is, they risk exposing us. If the Collective ever found out where we operate... My God, Jensen.
Maybe Janus knows already.
Hey, don't say shit like that. I get nervous enough as it is.
What can you tell me about our front company?
Praha-Dovos was designed to be forgettable. The kind of place you walk by 100 times and still can't remember.
It obviously caught someone's attention. What happens if we're compromised?
My guess, we dismantle and disappear. Agents go into hiding, Director burrows into some hole, poof, no Christmas party. I need you to find out as much as you can about our snoop. Make sure we're not in danger.
All right, you have any leads?
I traced our hacker snoop to an unrented apartment. Top floor, 33 Hlavny, just down the street. This guy walks by us every single day. Probably walks in.
You're kidding.
See? You feel it now. The constant buried alive feeling. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought we were supposed to be suspicious of things that go on outside these walls.
It's never that simple.
Just get into that apartment, access the computer they used, and find out what you can. And be careful, Jensen. We don't know who we're dealing with.
I'll look into it. As soon as I know something, so will you.
Hey, Adam.
You didn't get held up at a checkpoint or something, did you? I'm inside the clinic waiting for you.
Sorry, Alex. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Hope you're not losing sight of what's important here. Sorry, this place just brings back memories. Don't take too long.
Celý oddělení je skorumpované.
You want me to keep giving you updates every few minutes?
Copy. Heading out. We are getting over some right?
Hey, glad you can make it. Any trouble getting away?
Miller's been giving me some leeway, but not much. I did survive a terror attack.
You and me both. God, sometimes I really hate this city. It used to welcome people like us, go out of its way to entice Augs to live here. This clinic was built because Prague saw us as its future. Now, look at it.
Times change, Alex.
I know, trust me, even got the scars to prove it.
We've been working together for a few months now. Still don't know much about you.
What, you trolling for my secrets now?
Just the good ones. How did you join the Juggernaut Collective?
They got me out of a tough spot. Before the incident. I was working for Bell Tower flying VIPs around Panama, and I stumbled into something big. Something very important people didn't want anyone to know about. So, they ordered Bell Tower to kill me.
Janus warned you? Got you out?
A friend of Janus's, someone in the collective who used to work for Bell Tower, too. You don't mess with these people, Adam. Not by yourself. I learned that the hard way.
You're a valuable asset. The collective could have sent you anywhere. Why Prague?
You really need to ask? Ever since the incident, paranoia and racism are eating this city alive. The whole world's watching just to see how Prague handles its AUG problem.
Didn't realize the entire collective was pro-AUG.
Not everyone is. But we all know our real enemies need chaos to operate in. Play the right chord, pull the right string, and Prague has plenty of that.
You said we got something?
Yeah, listen to this.
A little heads up would have been nice.
Sending your team to Dubai was my call, but now we need to go by the book. Focus on Ark.
You want me to pin all of this on them? The bombings in Prague, the break-in at Vesellife, and Dubai?
Officially, all 5 attacks involved augmented terrorists. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. But send me the reports if you want me to prove it, because Ark don't operate in North America.
They're setting up Ark, Adam. They sent you into that ambush in Dubai, and now they want to pin everything on the Augmented Rights Coalition. I told you Miller was dirty.
Sounds to me like Miller's following orders. It also sounds like he's not happy about it.
All right, whatever. Maybe he's just a stooge. You can't say the same about the man he's talking to.
His boss, Joseph Manderley.
Director of TF-29 operations worldwide. The only person at Interpol higher than him is the General Secretariat.
We need to play this smart, Alex. Think about what we heard. What was that bit about VersaLife?
You mean the break-in that never happened? Yeah, I started digging into that right after I decrypted the conversation.
What'd you find?
Like I said, man, it's the break-in that never happened. VersaLife is one of the biggest pharma companies on the planet. The only one still manufacturing neuropozyne. If it got broken into, it would have been big news.
So why are they saying it did? VersaLife doesn't produce just neuropozyne. They've got a huge research and development division.
Yeah? So? What does that have to do with Ark? Why frame them for break-in?
They want them to look like terrorists. I guess it depends on what they'll say was stolen. See what the collective can dig up. If this really is a conspiracy, that break-in will be the thread to pull on.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna finish my investigation. Find out who really bombed the station. I'll let you know when I turn up.
Same here. Good luck, Adam.
Miller, we still going to Gollum City?
You are. Meet me at Kopecki's puppet shop. Your pilot's en route. I'll brief you there.
Copy that.
When did they close the puppet shop? It's closed for ages.
Hope to get a little
Maybe a
chewing
year
gum
or
and
more.
fail.
My niece
Only
thought
fathers
those
would
little
be
Mary
safe, all fathers.
The ones that look like dogs. I was going to get one for her birthday.
You could get her a real dog.
No, she's an irresponsible little idiot. Trust her.
So what happened, Lizzie? Things are getting worse. Look, I gotta go. I'll call you later.
Problems?
Nothing I can't handle. We're just waiting on chicane.
So tell me about this new lead then. The Intellicam footage.
State police dropped it off this morning, badly corrupted. But Cheng worked his magic and managed to recover some images. They show an org in a yellow hoodie, dropping bags where each bomb went off.
You ran facial recognition? Got an ID?
Couldn't see his face. But the bags are the same ones used by Talos Rucker and his aid workers in the Utilec complex.
That's a stretch.
3 bombings in Prague in 6 months, Jensen. All of them after the leader of ARC took up residence in that ghetto. Rucker needs to answer for these attacks. Here's chicane now.
Am I late? Are you too early?
You're right on time. Agent Jensen was just agreeing that we need to bring Rucker in.
Quick snatch and grab. Should be easy enough.
So we've already decided he's guilty?
We just need to talk to him on our terms, not when he's surrounded by fanatics. Getting into Gollum isn't the problem. Reaching Rucker is. ARC territory is fiercely defended. No one sets foot in there.
Not even the state police?
They can't.
Rucker wasn't forced into Gollum City. He bought his way in.
Blackmailed would be more apt. He threatened to go public with evidence of a humanitarian crisis. One that the United Nations Security Council had swept under the rug.
Got them to force the Czech government to hand over part of the Utilec complex to him. A little bit of hush real estate, so to speak.
He stays quiet and guarantees safety for himself and his followers. Smart. So how do I get in?
I've made a deal with an ARC prospect named Tibor Sokol. Promised to get his family out of the complex, so long as he gets you past ARC's checkpoints.
You trust him?
We have to. It's that or nothing. Sokol will meet you at an apartment in the housing district. Number 237. Any questions?
You really believe ARC is responsible for these attacks? For all of them?
ARC has had the means, motive, and opportunity every time.
Even Dubai? Rucker and the Coalition are still confined to Gollum City. They have a heavy police presence keeping an eye on them.
Gollum isn't a concentration camp. You grease the right palms, you can get the papers you need to come and go.
I find that hard to believe.
So get me the evidence to prove otherwise. Get to Talos Rucker and bring him in, Agent.
You ask me, Rucker sounds more like a savvy politician than a terrorist.
These days, the lines tend to be blurred.
But Rucker was a highly respected doctor, with no military training. What am I missing here?
Rucker is a man of deeply held convictions, with an unshakable belief in his own righteousness. Doesn't take much to push a man like that to terrorism.
Man's a zealot.
He's a suspect. Just bring him in.
Let's get this over with.
Let me know when you've got Rucker.
Goddamn, Jensen. Every time I look at you, I can't believe the amount of jewelry you've got on. Tell me, how's that aftermarket shit working out for you?
Never better. Maybe you should reconsider. What with that limp?
Nah. I like my limp. Keeps me honest. You ready to light out?
Still have some things I need to take care of before we leave.
All right. Go on then. Get your shit sorted. I'll be here, waiting. Daylight's wasting, boy. In case you haven't noticed. You good to go yet?
You're my only backup on this one. Before we leave, I'd like to know you've actually got my back.
Trust me. I flew 10 years in the SAAF and 5 in the private sector moving corporate heads. And in all that time, I've never lost a fare.
How many years with TF-29?
2, which is a year and a half longer than you from what I understand. So you want to keep talking resumes, waste more of our time? Or will you trust me to get the job done?
Still have some things I need to take care of before we leave.
All right. Go on then. Get your shit sorted. I'll be here, waiting.
Fuck, you look like a top-end model. All shiny and smooth. Let's see what you have. I'm guessing that someone important is footing the bill, right? Some sugar daddy,
I
maybe?
don't have time for your bullshit.
Well, I guess they did not program you with a sense of humor. Hey, Clank, let's see what you have.
Don't think I even have the right time.
Listen, jerk. I don't know you. You don't know me. Let's keep it that way.
You preach.
spread throughout Europe.
Some of those forged permits are pretty good.
I gave the police a list of all the renters in my building that I suspect of being augmented.
What did you do that for?
I'm protecting the real people in the building. And most of them on that list are a few months late with their rent.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access denied. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access denied. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access denied. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Chang, I think I have something on our secret admirer. Group called Samizdat. Mean anything to you?
You mean those conspiracy nuts? Very bad for business. How much do they know?
Not sure. Good news is I got an exact location.
Find out whatever you can. What they know, what they want. If they blow the task force's cover, it's only a matter of time before someone blows up the task force.
Don't worry, Chang. I don't want the walls coming down just yet.
Nice time for a walk.
Stop. Identification. You ever gone into the watchmaker's shop? It's like checking back.
I couldn't believe it when I saw the test results. Spanish flu.
imagine what it's like to be augmented these days. There's going to be a candlelight vigil next Monday as part of the formal meeting.
A large part of Prague's chart is evident in the old.
Damn it, Sirande.
Come on, you know how this goes. Whatever. Looks like a metal bat.
There is no such thing as free will. We are programmed from birth.
I'm telling you, I hear whispers in the wall.
United Nations set to debate the Human Restoration Act in a matter of weeks. Could the good doctor be changing his tune? Your guess? Classic Sun, reporting to you live.
Circulation agenda, big global impact zone. Then segue into earthquakes and clones, follow up on the fire. Where are we on Praha the War?
You're asking all the right questions. Still needs an ending.
Don't shoot!
Shit.
We're journalists!
Who invited the agent type?
Who are you? What do you want? Why are you here? You here because of the Dubai story? Or the article about the moon base? The clones on the moon base? Who sent you?
I'm here for Sam's dad. You in charge?
I take charge, but I'm not in charge, man. No one owns or dictates the truth. Freedom of information is a collective right, man, and a collective responsibility. That said, you gonna break someone's nose? You break my nose.
All right, we can start with that if you want.
Whoa! We don't have to start with that, do we?
How about we skip being courageous and move on to why I'm here?
Hey, I'm not the one with the problem here, man. So you say whatever you came to say. I'm listening. It's what I do. Close my eyes and listen to the whispers in the dark.
What do you know about Praha Dovos?
That little import company? I know there's more than boxes in the basement. We've seen agent types come in and out. The place is a curtain. The first in a series of many. Pull them all back and you'll find them. Tell me I'm wrong.
It's a dead end.
Right. Guys like you always come down here because of dead ends.
Fine. Then what if it's something other people are already looking into? If someone like you makes too much noise, that may compromise any chance they have of uncovering something bigger. Do you understand?
I'm supposed to believe we're colleagues now? You men in black types, you walk into Pike's newsroom, tell them to be hush-hush about something, and they do it. But that's not how it works here. One day, you will all be exposed. If not by me, then someone just like me. Samizdat isn't one voice. K isn't one man.
What exactly do you do down here?
Samizdat is a media uprising. While Picus panders to corporate tyranny and government bullshit, we pump out the truth. We uncover it, we write it, we publish it. We get our noses broke for it.
So you print pamphlets?
Well, we do a lot more than that. We got ways of getting into Pike's media network. That's how we disseminate information.
Information you get by hacking into places you shouldn't.
The truth is buried. If digging it up means skirting a few rules, so be it.
What did you mean when you said K wasn't one man?
K is an ideal, the intangible leader of tangible resistance. You can kill me, but then little K would become K. Kill little K and Bones over there becomes K. There's always a K.
And what if you kill Bones?
You can't kill Bones, man. Bones isn't real. I think he was one of them. He was supposed to be a prince of Belgium, man, but then he broke his condition. We found him inside this fucking cult, all confused, so we reprogrammed him with the truth.
Right. Suppose I needed to make a deal with Samizdat. There's no one person I can talk to?
Depends on the deal. I mean, there's always going to be an editor. Editor makes the final call on all published material. That would be me.
So you could ensure that something doesn't get talked about?
Depends on the deal.
I need you to stop looking into Brahadovos, but not for the reason you assume.
Relax, I get it. You don't think I do, but I do. You've got to appease your military-industrial masters. We've all been there, man.
I'm not who you think I am. The kinds of people who manipulate the news, who cover things up. You don't need to convince me that's who the enemy is.
The enemy is anyone who conceals the truth. And that's exactly what you're asking me to do. To pretend like that little import company isn't hiding something.
I'm asking you to see a difference between conspiracy and discretion. Between people who hide information in order to push their own agendas, and those who need to stay off the radar in order to do their jobs. You, of all people, should understand.
Okay. Okay, look. You seem like a reasonable guy. Huh? Hell, I've usually been punched by now. I find this refreshing. Here's the deal. We promise to forget all about Brahadovos and stay out of your way as long as you give us something better.
What do you suggest?
The only thing I hate more than secret organizations are toothless media conglomerates who don't hold anyone accountable, who spit lie after lie after lie. So I propose a trade. There are places my people can't get into. You get into one of those places and find me some dirt on the real enemy here. Picus Media. Do that, and I'll cut whatever you want me to cut. Who knows? Maybe you'll even learn something.
This isn't a negotiation. The only question I need an answer to is how do I ensure your silence without killing you?
You can't.
Well, that's a problem for you.
Yeah. And you'd also have to kill Bones and Little K, and everyone we may or may not have shared the information with already. So what I'm saying is the only sane thing for us to do in this situation is to try working together. I can be reasonable.
Should have stayed away from Brahadovos, or you should have hid better.
You robot motherfucker!
This'll be a hell of a story.
Then segue into earthquakes and flows, follow up on Dubai, and finish with local. You here because of the Dubai story? Or the article about the moon base? I take charge, but I'm not in charge, man. No one owns or dictates the truth. Freedom of information is a collect.
I didn't come here to break anything. I just need you to cooperate.
I spent my 20s in a commune, man. I'm all about cooperation.
Good. It's about something you've been looking into. It's making some people nervous. What do you know about Brahadovos?
Oh, that little import company?
It's a dead end. Fine. I need you to stop looking into Brahadovos, but not for the reason you assume. I'm not who you think I am. The kinds of people who manipulate the news.
The enemy is anyone who conceals the truth. Okay.
Don't go anywhere.
Underground websites and radio stations.
You again? So? You ready to shed your corporate skin and finally fight for the truth?
You really need to drop the Brahadovos story.
No. What I need is for the government to stop poisoning our water supply. What you need, on the other hand, is to get me some dirt on our friends at Picus.
I finally got through to my contact in the trade office.
This isn't a negotiation. The only question I need an answer to...
Keep trying, Paul.
You can.
Keep giving them help.
Well, that's a problem for you.
Yeah. And...
Should have stayed away from Brahadovos, or you should have hid better.
You robot motherfucker!
Causing several fortunes.
I am the Dame Cross
Then segue into earthquakes and clones, follow up on Dubai, and finish with local. Where are we on Brahadovos?
Dozens were killed and hundreds more injured yesterday when bombs exploded.
Chang, you there?
What do you got for me?
Took care of Samizdat. No one's going to be reading anything about us anytime soon.
Oh, I'll cancel the movers. How'd you do it?
I think I made some good points. Now they're sleeping on it.
I'll send a team over. We'll pick them up and seize the equipment. Good work, Jensen.
Dr. Rucker claims his organization is peaceful and merely seeks to ensure the rights of the augmented in a world that Steve's gonna hook me up with some of our attachés. Set to debate the Human Restoration Act in a matter of weeks. Could the good doctor be changing his tune? Your guess is as good as mine. This is Eliza Cassan, reporting to you live from London.
Horrifying breakdown of cooperation with the intelligence gathering organization.
And impartial reporting.
Not like
And
we're
now
expecting.
for a close look at the
I mean,
events
it's not like they can
around
come
the
out and
world.
say, we've created a special intelligence force of natural
Is freedom of the press a threat to our freedom? In the hands of irresponsible journalists, underground websites and radio stations continue to praise the juggernaut
what I'm reading these days,
and
and by that I mean
vigilante hackers for exposing big money
which ratifying
What these journalists overlook, however, is the damage these
international boundaries go. They're charged with both preventing attacks and investigating them after they happen. That's right, geniuses! TF-29 gets to pick and choose which attacks to stop and which they want to
massive voter fraud when they rigged the electronic voting system and elected a 12-year-old boy as president. In Russia, hacked combat drones attacked St. Petersburg. And in the U.S., millions of workers lost their jobs when the collectively classified corporate documents, causing several Fortune 500 companies to go bankrupt.
Get out of here.
Calls for the removal and downgrading of all over the town.
Please, get away from me! Leave me alone! Go away!
I have to get up.
Shit.
Warm.
Somebody called Pest. Yeah. Well, it looks like you. You're clear, and you're lucky I've got a sense of humor.
Enough problems already.
I always get a little nervous when I go.
This is crazy. I'm nervous about leaving the room because I'm afraid of getting a shock. He throws late on his protection.
Wonderful.
So my client beat him to death with a baseball.
In the market for something, aren't you? You've come to the right place.
I don't think you should be doing that.
Over here, friend.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access denied.
Put... Over here, friend. I have what you need.
Come on, I heard something.
Tell them I was brave.
Hlavně nestrácet soustředit. Tady nic. Vidíme střelu.
Keep it out of my report.
Causing several Fortune 500 companies.
Come in.
Between you and me, folks, the collective is...
Hello. Wait, were you followed here?
What? What do you mean?
You can't be too careful. They have eyes everywhere.
Right. And I suppose you have all I need to make sure they stay out of my business, right?
I do. But don't let the shop fool you, it is only a sideline. I mainly sell parts, raw materials, you know, the sort of thing you can use to make something else. Listen, you look familiar. Have we met before?
No, I'm pretty sure I'd remember.
I wouldn't. I get occasional memory loss, ever since the incident. I got rid of my AUG right after that. Inner ear implant used to help me with my balance, but now I just hear ringing all the time. Do you hear that?
Hear what?
Never mind, anyway. Let's change the subject. You want some of those special ingredients I mentioned?
I think I'll be on my way.
Sure, sure. But before you go, you don't by any chance have any neuropozine you can spare, do you?
Why do you need it if you're not augmented anymore?
My brain still thinks I am. Some joke, huh? So, can you help me out?
Sure, here you go.
Thanks. You're all right, you know that? A real friend. You should go down to my basement and have a look around. I've got some cool stuff down there.
Hobos, AUG, profit. Just back it up.
In yet another
Bad enough when he was just drugs. Welcome to a brave new world. Bad enough when he was just drugs. Keep it out of my report.
Have to remember to look into that.
Hobos, AUGs, prostitutes. The city is falling apart. Goddamn AUG.
It merely seeks to ensure the rights of the augmented in a world that
He's making you better be getting hazard pay.
Area swept, moving to next.
Hey, you. We got multi-tools for sale inside.
In the market for something, aren't... Is this some kind of AUG protest?
Welcome, welcome.
Nice gear you've got here.
All high-end. And you look like you know high-end. Which biotech did your job? Not Isolate.
Sure.
Great. That's awesome. No fortress.
Some other time.
Don't wait for planned obsolescence.
Has only widened the gap and polarized the dialogue on both sides of the issue. We will be watching the UN closely for any break in the story. This is Eliza Kazan, reporting to you live from Picus.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access denied.
Over there.
It's that guy!
End this monster before he runs again!
Sounding the alarm!
Řekni mi, že jsi to slyšel. Tamhle, viděl jsem podezřelýho.
Here we go!
Let's move on! Nothing here!
Agreed. City coming. Another damn plane.
Got what you're looking for.
But now front up, my catch.
Do not do that again. Leave me alone.
There's just never enough time.
Raise the machine gun. I have searched this station, and I have found the answer.
You can do this. Biocells, painkillers, right over there.
I cannot believe it. Not so long ago? Yes, a nice guy. Now this. No, the thing is awful.
Adam, what's going on? I didn't expect to hear from you.
I didn't expect my doctor to find dormant augs hidden in my system.
What?
Dormant experimental augs. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
Adam, you know the decisions I made for you 2 years ago.
Yes or no?
No! All the work we did on you was above board. You have my word on that. What exactly did you find?
Experimental test augs spliced into my system. Kohler said something about a neodymium shell. Who would have designed something like that?
God, you've got a Titan aug? It's impossible. It was just a concept.
You just said this wasn't you.
It wasn't. The DoD showed me schematics 3 years ago and asked me if I thought it could work. It was designed by somebody else, Vadim Orlov. Megan and I interviewed him once, but he wouldn't have fit in.
These schematics you saw, don't suppose you kept a copy?
They were classified. I never had a copy. The only reason I even saw them was because the Defense Department valued my opinion. Seraph Industries did good work back in the day. When we signed a schematic, you knew it was solid.
Orlov? Sounds Russian. Who is he? Why wouldn't he have fit in?
He was supposed to be a boy wonder, neuroscience prodigy. Got his master's degree in Moscow, post-grad in the US. His grades were off the chart, but his theories were sketchy at times. Megan said his ethics were questionable.
Megan? Megan Reed said that? The woman who gave you my DNA to experiment with?
We didn't hire him, Adam. 2 minutes into the interview, and I could tell Orlov didn't like his ideas being challenged by anyone. Least of all, a strong woman like your ex.
I've got to find this guy.
Adam, let me track him down for you. I'm leaving for London soon, but I can make phone calls, reach out to people. Seraph Industries may be gone, but my name still carries weight in certain circles.
Do it. Contact me by infolink when you have something.
I won't let you down on this. I never felt right about losing touch with you after Panchaea. When I heard you'd shown up in Detroit alive a year after everyone thought you were dead. Why didn't you get in touch with us?
I couldn't. Rescue crews pulled me out of the ocean and dumped me in a clinic in Alaska. Nobody knew who I was. For a long time, neither did I.
My God, son, you don't think... I mean, that could have been when...
Find Orlov, Seraph. I've got questions I need answered.
I will, I promise. I'll call you.
The augmented are harassed and beaten, spat upon and forced from their homes.
Church of the Machine.
Umíte česky? Pomůžete mi? Já jsem ztratila.
No chance you'll be able to get in there soon, right? Traitor.
In our bodies, our augmented
Fucking
bodies,
Connor.
lies our salvation.
So wait. What you're telling me? Don't do anything suspicious.
think I even have the right parts. Damn thing is always breaking down.
think I even have the right heart. That thing is always breaking down. think I even have the right card. That thing is always breaking down. Don't think I even have the right card. That thing is always breaking down. Don't think I even have the right card. That thing is always breaking down. Don't think I even